be my first video after the change in topic and conversation on my YouTube channel. I want to talk to you today again about finances because, that's the thing I know about the most. And that's where I would like to start again because it's been over 11 months since I checked in with you guys last time. And I made a lot of mistakes. Mistakes happen and you can't beat yourself up about it, It's always best to move forward. So my first message today is, even if you bought a car you shouldn't have bought, even if you bought a house, you put in a brand new pool, or if you spend a whole bunch of money and now you're making payments and you're like, oh God, this wasn't worth it, and I'm very sad and I'm not happy about what I did to myself, it's okay. Because there will be a light at the end of the tunnel eventually. You know what I'm saying? You won't be stuck forever. And hopefully you made a good enough plan that you won't be underwater. We don't want to be underwater. You decided to make those purchases based upon the monthly payments or whatsoever, which is a-okay. You got the pool, you got the house, you got the car. This is what we need to do going forward. So personally, I feel okay with it because I do love my pool. Yes, it's wonderful and I enjoy it. It makes me happy. It took us 3 years to build it because, of course, I wanted to build it for cheap as possible. And when I was a kid, I never thought I could have a pool. I never thought I could have something this nice. I bought my house. It was a hole in the wall, had nothing going for it. Everything was 1970s. Ugh. And pretty much it was livable and everything, well, most of it worked. Not everything. The kitchen sink was completely clogged and it was horrible. We were washing dishes in the tub. When I bought this house, it was bad. But you know what? I went from renting a place for $9.90 a month, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, with my 3-person family, to owning a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath for $90,000. And yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot of money. This was 5 years ago. But our monthly payment came out to $554, including the taxes and insurance. It was, around there. And we were very happy for like 3 years of everything, which is great. And then we repaired and redid some things. So we redid the bathroom, that was $5,000. We redid the kitchen, that was $13,000. We redid the second bathroom, that was another $5,000. We painted, we ripped off all of the outer stuff. So we're talking about $35,000 worth of repairs that we paid for out of pocket as we went. We did not collect debt for this. So it was very slow. So we're talking about for over 4 years, we did all of that. And then when the 5th year came around, we were like, okay, this house is way too small. 1,144 square feet is not small, but we have no storage. The closets are tiny. There's no linen closet. There's just nowhere to put stuff. And honestly, the best thing we could have did was become minimalist and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, but we didn't, of course not. So I talked my husband into letting us get a garage. And so we had a detached garage installed, and to do it as cheap as possible, we dug the hole to do the footing and the cement, and then they came out and poured the cement. $1,800. Then I ordered a garage, an 18 by 21 foot by 9 feet tall garage, and that was $4,100. Still not too bad, honestly, to get all that extra space. And we got everything out of the house and into the garage. So then now we have room, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But then after that, I was like, hey, it'd be awesome if we put in a pool. And it wasn't like I want an above ground pool. It was a straight up in-ground pool. And I said, I drew out the plans for it and everything. And it ended up being a 24 by 14 foot pool with it's 5 foot deep in the deep end, almost 6 feet. And then we have a spa inside of the pool as well with the heater and all the jazz. I went crazy. The quote was $60,000 on this pool. And I said, no, it shouldn't be $60,000. I can do it for cheaper. We'll dig the hole. We'll set it up. We'll run the plumbing. I can do the electrical because I have my experience as a handy person. And you know what? My husband, he went through military training over and over and over, and he was never here to help me do all of these things. So we ended up having to subcontract most of the work. After a year and a half, oh wait, let me back up. In order to do all this, we did a cash out refi. Our house is worth way more than what we bought it for after we did all that work. And so with our cash out refi, I took $30,000. That's how I paid for the garage. And then I was gonna use the rest to build the pool. I thought I could build that pool with $25,000. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, baby. You know what I'm saying? So my optimistic butt was wrong. And we ran out of money after we dug the hole. We formed the pool and then we shot the pool. So the pool was shot. So it was a full gunite pool in the ground, good to go. But then we ran out of money because that was the full amount of the money we had after that. Because I also bought the equipment, which was another $2,500. This pool was the bane of my existence because it sat that way for 2 years. 2 years. And we got our taxes, which was around $3,000, who knows what. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this $3,000 towards the pool. So then we got the electrical ran, we got the plumbing ran, and then we ran out of money again. And it's like, gosh darn it. So after that, we waited a whole nother year. And then the next thing we did, what did we do next? The next thing we did, the next thing I did was I joined BNI, which is Business Network International. If you're an entrepreneur and you are not a member of BNI, you're wrong. Okay? That was the best thing I could have ever did was join Business Network International because I met someone from Bank OZK and he stood up and he gave his 30-second presentation. He's like, I can give you up to $75,000 if you have good credit. No. What did he say? No income verification required is what he said. And I was like, oh, I sell security systems for a living. So there is no income verification for me. So when he said that, I was like, oh my God, maybe I can get my pool finished. That's been sitting there. And so I was like, hey, I called him up and I was like, I got a pool I need to finish, man. I heard you say something about that $75,000. And he was able to get me $20,000. And guess what I did? I called up a pool company because I was like, I'm not going to try to do this by myself anymore because my husband was still leaving for military training. And I got a quote back for $15,000 to finish our pool. I jumped on that right away. I was like, okay, I want it completely finished. And he completely finished my pool for $15,000. I was excited. Yeah, we got debt now, thanks to that. However, you got to think about it. I was taking vacations every year to go and swim in other people's pool, right? So we would go to Orlando. We live in St. Petersburg. We would go to Orlando. We would go to Clearwater Beach and not get in the beach water because that's just ridiculous. We'd go to the hotels at Clearwater Beach and get in the pools at Clearwater Beach because that's I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person that does that, but I don't like getting in the ocean water. It looks dirty to me. I don't know. So I don't know what to tell you. They talk about St. Pete, Clearwater Beach is number 3 or something like that in the nation. If you've been to the Bahamas or even Cozumel, Mexico, and you look at St. Pete / Clearwater Beach, you know what I'm saying. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just very excited that my pool is finally complete. And it has been I think it's been like 2 months, 2.5 months, something like that it's been done. So here's the problem, right? So now that my pool's done, I feel this need to have a party every weekend and invite everybody and their mama to come and enjoy my pool. I don't know. I think I'm to the point where I'm gonna be like, okay, party's over. I'm gonna enjoy it by myself now. However, I think I'm just such an extrovert of a person who wants people around them that I'll keep inviting people over and getting no sleep on the weekends. So, I feel like I'm getting my money's worth every time somebody comes over and enjoys my pool. Does that make sense? What can I say? So, I just went off on like a 6-minute tangent on my pool. I should say that it has made me miserable, but now I'm the most happy person in the world. Yes, I have that debt to pay back. However, that HELOC is currently at 6%. And all I have to do is pay interest for 15 years. Of course, I don't plan on paying 15%, I don't plan on paying the interest for 15 years. I do plan on paying it down. We already did the math. It's a no-brainer. So I'm very excited. I'm still gonna take vacations, don't get me wrong, because I'm a cruiseaholic. And if you're a budgeteer, you should take cruises if you're going on a vacation. Because I'm gonna tell you what, every time I go to Orlando, I spend way more money than if I would have just went on a cruise, because I'm paying for my lodging, my food, my entertainment, and everything. So everyone that says they hate cruising, all right, you hate cruising. Have a great day. But me, I love cruising because it's all in one and I don't have to worry about anything. So there was my secondary tangent on cruising. So why am I talking to you today? It's because I'm resetting my goals and I want to share with everybody. I'm resharing my goals. Before I was hardlining, and I want to hardline again. And you know, when you lose sight of your goals, I don't know if you can tell, but I've gained weight since my previous goals. And that is because of Depo-Vera. I am no longer on Depo. So hopefully these cheekbones will go back in where they belong. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on it for 4 years and I put on a good 20 pounds every year. So needless to say, I'm 60 pounds, 80 pounds. I'm pretty heavy. Let's not talk about it. But we're gonna diet and exercise and budget at the same time. And I feel like if I share my goals with you, you guys will hold me accountable. You'll be commenting, girl, you fat. Diet. So don't do that. That's mean. I do plan on getting back on my main goals. And I hope that everyone wants to join me on these goals. So comment below if you plan on dieting as well. I do plan on throwing out a 31-day challenge for next month because I have a cruise I gotta go on in February and we want cheekbones in our photos. And if I'm not the only one that wants cheekbones, comment below. You know, I want to create a group and have us help each other as extroverts. We feed off having others with us. I was talking to my personal goal coach today, and she said the best thing I could ever do if I want to get work done is work across from someone else, because if it's left up to me by myself with no one else there, I won't do anything. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. So let me know if you want to join my group. I'll send you a link and we're going to be holding each other accountable. You hold me accountable, I'm going to hold you accountable. Let's do this. All right. So beyond that, my bills have went from here since last year to here. Needless to say, we got a brand new pool, right? And me not knowing what a brand new pool was going to do to me, right? So the pool slash garage, you know, I'm like loving those things. The property appraiser came by and he's like, you got all these nice things. Your property's worth more money. So we're going to charge you more taxes. There's one price increase. 2, you got a pool. There's more electricity. Your electric bill's like, girlfriend. Then with the pool and the garage again, you know, we have insurance increases, because that's insurance increases. So yeah, these weren't things I was thinking about before. It's not a big deal for me, but of course it's eating into my little coins for savings. I am going down a new path though. Savings. When you have debt, you shouldn't rack up a whole bunch of savings. Just save. People say save up to 6 months. When you're low income like me and my clientele is anyone that makes under $60,000. You know, $60,000 to $30,000 isn't considered low income in my book. I'm under that. So $30,000 and below technically would be considered low income. And when you're down there, it's hard to save. It's very hard to save because you're spending everything on just to live. You know, you are. And I can't consider myself low income anymore. I feel, because I have all this stuff. When you got, well, can you consider yourself low income because you done expanded to the point where you just don't have a bunch of extra? I don't know. I didn't know. You know, you can't. So I said no, I can't. However, I just feel that we as a people / nation, whatever you want to say, I don't know. I think we as a people, 60,000 below, that's who we are. I'm not segregating out any kind of cultural group or anything like that. I'm talking about us not poor. It's not poor if you're under 60,000. It's poor if you're under 30,000. But the government doesn't even see that. 30,000 isn't considered poor. Which makes me sad. Anyway, I digress. So I plan on getting back on my diet plan with my food plan. And I think, as I said before, that's the first step you should take, is augmenting your diet, because normally it's because you're eating out. You're not really focusing on tightening down that belt. Secondly, I'm going to start doing my Ibotta again. I haven't been doing my Ibotta. I've been doing my Get Up side, which is when you save on gas, but I haven't been doing my Ibotta. So that's 3 goals right there. Honestly, you should really focus on one goal at a time, but I'm a type A personality, so I want to do everything at once. So this is what I need from you guys. Hold me accountable. Make sure I'm using my Ibotta. Make sure I'm shopping from the outside of the grocery store, not the inside. No more prepaid foods. No more prepared foods. We're gonna do from raw foods to cook. And no more eating out. It's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard, but no more eating out. And just saving where I can. I don't feel like I could do a no spend challenge yet because I'm weak, y'all. I'm weak. And unless I get somebody else to do this no spend challenge with me, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I haven't met anyone else that's like trying to get on that no spend challenge. Comment below if you are, because let's try this stuff, you know? Let's do it. All right? So those are our budgeting goals for the month. All right? You shouldn't set goals too far off, or else us extroverts who don't have the patience for that stuff will get discouraged. So yeah, I'm going to post a link for the 16 personality traits below, because I'm not only extrovert. I'm considered a campaigner, and we do have short attention spans when it comes to stuff like that. All right. Love you guys.